What roll is this to surprise him?
Maybe intimidation?
Yeah, go ahead and intimidate him as you pull the knife out, or your sword out, and appear in front of him. I'll give you advantage because he has no clue that you're here, and he's looking less than great. He is 1000% surprised. The other part of this plan goes off. Fel starts running towards them and jumps as a wolf, is turned back into
Hands on him.
with his sword out. Go ahead and make your attacks, Fel, with advantage. Okay. Okay, so that is a total of 25, 35, 46 points of damage. Let's see how this guy's doing. He is immediately killed. He had 45 hit points. A perfect plan.
We just all high five. Like, yeah.
That is the smoothest anything has ever gone. And each time,
hope we didn't need to know anything from him. Just murdered him instantly.
No, the other guys didn't know anything, so
true.
Yeah, I'd say you probably could, since it's only 1 hit point over what he had. You could probably stabilize him if you wanted to, but
yeah, we're in a hurry. Let's go.
Okay. If you guys run back to or sneak back to Christopher, what were you doing during this time?
I'm probably running out anyways with my maul out, just attacking.
You hear the commotion and run out.
Good, you're not
you jump over Felix, and just as you guys contemplate, oh, should we heal this guy or not? You come down and just Gallagher his head. No.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are in this little hallway, right here. And with that, like with how well that was executed, it really didn't even make that much noise. So you think you're probably okay as far as how to continue. So let me go to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll do the next leg. Okie doke. Next leg. Fel, you're up. How would you like to lead this next leg of the journey?
Yeah, I think now that we know that there are other parties wandering about and we've kind of caught the most time sensitive thing, I think we go back to the main thoroughfare, but with haste, but not like full reckless sprint, head down the main road in the direction that we kind of know we needed to head.
Is there any skill that you would say you're using to try to help this journey be successful? Skill, spell, anything like that can work. You are currently at 2 successes out of a needed 5.
I think that I don't know. I don't know if an insight check matches this exactly, but just given Thel's experience with defensive mechanics, we can move quickly, kind of knowing where things would be maybe stacked up or, coming up on an intersection, would know where to look for guards and things like that. It just kind of hopefully allows us to speed along.
So you are using your just kind of military background to, like, you saw that patrol was obviously like a organized patrol of some sort. It wasn't just random people going about. So yeah, I will say make a. I'll say go ahead and make insight. You saw them moving, and think about how these things, like, that they're a little chaotic, about like how would they organize themselves, like essentially, like, do I need to be more careful? And I'll say it's with advantage because it's using your military background. Woof doofa. Yeah, I don't think a 13 is going to cut it on this. So what ends up happening is you start, like, as you said, like, let's go down the main thoroughfare. You're not able to make a lot of movement because as your mind is too much thinking like the regimented, like how you would patrol this area, and doing this with the mind of fiends, and that is just taking you a little too long to really kind of figure it out, and you're suddenly not ambushed, but you're in a situation where you have to duck off to the edge or fight the people. Kind of. So what would you guys like to do? You see this is a troop of. This one doesn't have a big spider dude. It's more just of the drow, but it does have this. What does it look like? It does. It is also kind of flanked by these odd, like, cowmen. So there's about four. There's probably about 6 of them coming at you. You either have to duck off and kind of wait, or attack and possibly expose yourself to damage and the like. So up to you guys.
Probably duck.
Yeah, that's what I was
Okay.
thinking.
Yeah, that roll wasn't bad enough. You're able to duck and hide here, but you do have to wait as they slowly lumber by for a fair amount of time for them to, you think, clear, and that they're far enough away that if they turned around, you'd be okay. So I would say you've just lost time. You've probably at this point been sneaking through this place for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. So you're down to about 6 hours on your lantern. So time is not awful, but still of the essence. And let's see. And you guys are probably approaching having been up for an incredible amount of time. It's getting like it's kind of hard to know what the day-night cycle is because you've been underground for about a week and a half. But you're starting to possibly feel the effects of not sleeping. So probably within the next hour or two, you're going to really start feeling those effects. So that's that. You've made a little bit of progress, but not as much as you would hope, and you lost some time. Now we'll go to Christopher. What do you want to do? How do you help?
So I'm just doing survival again, or nature, are the same, but one makes more sense.
Just describe how you would use nature to do this. Kind of what you're seeing in front of you as you look down is you see these 4 large kind of watchtowers. But then there's also like all of these kind of things are slightly raised, even though it's all going down, it's slightly raised up onto these plateaus. You see this very large house, and you can't quite tell what's up on top of this hill. This looks like, I don't know, some sort of maybe administration building, maybe something, something of that sort. So just tell me how you want to use nature or survival to do this, because we haven't done one of those yet.
Yeah, I'll jump up on a thing and kind of do the same, like look around, just do a survey of the area.
Okay, in a nature way, looking to see what like the natural things of this place can kind of provide you.
Yeah, I guess I see, spider webs, and that jumps out, and just seeing what behind the scenes, whatever.
Okay.
Is there foliage here? Is there anything growing here? Whatever the closest thing
Very
is.
twisted, gross ass looking plants.
I'm gonna use the twisted gross ass plants as cover, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, so you get up to the top of like the tallest building you can see, or easily enough can jump out, and you look out. So go ahead and make a nature roll. 15. So we'll say a 15 does pass, but it gives you some pretty wild options. As you're up here, you look down at the these kind of rocky outcroppings, and you're like, we could definitely climb those. Problem is, there's a very long fall if something messes up. Your other options would be to try to, spend a little bit more time, like sneaking around the perimeter of this area. But it as you've moved in here, it's even denser with that all those spider webs. So yeah.
How tall are the outcroppings?
These outcroppings actually slope down a bit, but it's like you wouldn't at no point would you be on like a sheer ledge to fall to your death. if something really fucked up, you might fall to your death. But you do think it would be pretty out of view of anything that you might.
Do we have
see.
enough rope to pull people up? Was my thoughts. I have 4 silk ropes and 2 hempen ropes. If I were to climb up, I'd throw it down and pull people up, so they don't have to. This looks like a job.
It'd be more you would climb down and then catch people situation.
Oh, got it. Okay. Yep, that sounds like a job for excess rope and hit points. That's what I got.
Okay. So, with that, you guys are able to sneak over to here, kind of skirting these watchtowers that, while you don't see anything on top of them, probably something on top of them. And you start using your ropes to get down far enough to get to like one of these ledges. And these ledges, like, you are going to have to be traversing, but none of them look like suddenly like a steep, broken ledge that you're maybe one, or like maybe this part right here is looking the most precarious, but you actually couldn't even have seen that. So you start moving down using a rope. People are able to get down easy enough. I will say you are probably going to lose a length of rope because it's tied at the top, unless someone wants to do something and make a check to save this rope. Okay, rope is left hanging there.
Yeah, I
If you're
have
muted. Wait a minute, Chris. I don't know. Sorry, I saw Chris's mouth moving, but he wasn't making sound. I could try to jump and do something athletic.
Okay.
As long as somebody's holding the other end of the rope as I untie it.
Okay, so you tie the rope around yourself and they're just gonna jump down. Rope is the most precious commodity.
No, so we've tied it and they've climbed down, and then whoever's at the bottom, Christopher can hold the other end of the rope. I'll untie it and then jump down. That way, if I go off, we have a connection.
Okay. You jump down. Make an acrobatics check to see how you land on this precarious ledge.
Not great.
Bonk! You fall down. Christopher, make a strength saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yes, you hit, you roll, you slide. As much as we thought this was totally safe, you came about as close to falling off the ledge into what seems like demon portal ghost version of this place. You see the haunting eyes of your greatest fears looking up at you. And then Christopher like yanks you back up. You are going to take 14 points of falling damage. But everyone is down and you save this $2 gold rope. The best part about that is 14 damage would kill a commoner. So if you're just a regular person, you just jump to your death to try to save rope.
I don't think a regular person would try to save the rope.
Gotta save the rope.
How many regular people would be down here anyway?
Yeah, rope costs 1 gold piece.
So I totally anticipate every seller. Oh no, we're out of rope. You just caught us. You can't stock up on 100 rope.
Next D&D campaign, rope has not been invented.
The hunt for rope. That's just
that is the actual goal. Is to there's this ancient weave invented in long ago times.
Yeah, every
Restore
off
the rope
time,
shortage.
Christopher's trying to invent rope in all of his off time the entire campaign.
None of you guys have long enough hair to like weave into rope.
I'm just using like the dumbest things for it, just like spaghetti or something.
Also funny, since we don't care about weight, that so a length of rope is 10 pounds. So at one point you just had like 60 pounds of rope on you.
And like it must be some crazy Sherpa setup too.
Yeah, you are more rope than man. Okay. With that though, you're able to kind of work your way, picking it across to here. So there's going to be a small climb up off of this, but nothing that would, with your abilities to jump and your saved rope, you are going to be able to do that. However, you're still above this bridge going across, and going across this bridge, you see like probably around like 14, 15 different figures standing there. You do recognize one of them because it's huge and it's not that big on this map. One of you would recognize this. Felix would recognize this as the guy that was on the platform with him that he when he jumped down there. So it looks like that guy's hanging around here, just kind of standing at the edge of this, or standing halfway through this stone bridge. So there is that, and then there's also and we'll just say you guys get up to here because there's not really any other way you could go up here, but you're kind of like on the edge in this copse of trees, kind of hidden, looking down on this kind of fortification of one of these bridges.
How solid does this bridge look?
Make a perception check. $14. It looks pretty damn solid. The probably the most precarious thing about it is that it would be in the center because it's kind of like an arch bridge. It doesn't have like posts going all the way down into the ghost zone. So it has like kind of built-in concrete arches that exist. That's kind of like what you can see is like from if you're thinking about dismantling this thing, it'd be quite a precarious climb to get to the point where you would, be able to dismantle it without it falling on top of you.
I was pondering if a gravity sinkhole right under the center of it might pull the whole bridge down, but
it is too heavy for a magical sinkhole. Gravity sinkhole can rip apart a broken stone wall. It cannot pull down a bridge.
Okay, but are there any obvious structures that I could explode with some maybe fire or lightning magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe. You could go either way. You do think you're a pretty dope wizard, but everything in here looks pretty well made.
So there are, you said 15-ish figures on this bridge?
Yes.
Is there anything we could do to get them off the bridge, you guys think? Like, maybe not all of them, but maybe some of them?
Are you talking... Are we talking, like, distract them or knock them off the bridge?
I mean, the bridge is, what, 10 feet wide, I imagine? I mean,
it's probably like more like 40 feet wide.
Yeah, it's pretty wide. So, like, I think trying to get some of them off of the bridge so that we don't have to face 15 people at once, or if we do, like, maybe we can like split them somehow. Because we're gonna have to fight these guys. Like, there's no question that we have to fight these guys, unless we figure out some way to go under the bridge.
The only other possibility is from your vantage point, you do see another bridge in the distance. You don't know what's on it. You do know that it's further away from this central compound, though.
Yeah, I think it's just trying to get to the central compound, and I have confidence that we can.
I mean, what if I gravity sinkhole just off the bridge and pull them off of it, rather than trying to dismantle the bridge with it?
Yeah, sounds good too.
100% can work.
I like it.
I have to roll 1 billion saves for it, but
It won't get everybody, but hopefully it'll get a good chunk of them.
Yeah, depending on what side you picked, you could make another Arcana check. I'll say do this one with advantage because gravity sinkhole's your jam.
The Arcana check with advantage?
Yeah. Good thing it was with advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely could place it in a way to maybe get like... You could probably get more than half. You could probably leave 5 things left on there. Depending, like, because you kind of see them shifting around. They aren't like stood like completely straight. They're kind of like shifting around, talking, like doing things like that. Just no one, you don't know why they're even here. This just is a normal point or something. The little bit of commotion that's been made is getting them to fear.
Okay. Do we need to do anything before I try to rip people into oblivion?
You need to get closer.
I only need to be within 120 feet. It's not that.
This map is not to scale.
Oh, okay.
What you probably need to do is, at the bare minimum, you could either climb back down. I'll say this: you could either climb back down and get to like out here on this rock outcropping, or you have to like get up onto this watchtower.
Okay. What? I guess this outcropping sounds good to me.
Okay, so you climb back down. Does anyone join them?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there with him because I'm curious if I. Oh, never mind. It's only. I was thinking if I lit my sword up and stood there waving, but it does bright light for 30 feet and dim light for 30 more feet. That wouldn't be far enough.
Yeah, in this situation, they definitely would see it.
I'm
Like,
just curious, yeah, if I went down there and lit my sword up, yeah, and kind of waved it around to see how many I could draw to that side of the bridge.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. So you go. Do you guys tie yourselves to each other?
Yeah, yeah, just in case.
And what are the other two boys doing? Is there anything you want to prepare?
No. Yeah, I've just got the Ion Stone, but that will just Kareth will know how to cast spells better than me. My summoning army did worked out just like my 2 demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
I'm
are you
trying-
staying?
Yeah.
Are you gonna stay hidden in the trees or try and get closer?
As close as I can to jump out again, hit stuff.
Okay. You kind of place yourself with your jumping ability. You place yourself like against this wall, and you know you could make that jump from here onto the bridge relatively easy. So we'll say that's where the group is. These guys are over here. And Felix, what are you doing? Are you prepping anything?
No, I'm basically gonna do what Christopher did, make my way to where he is, and kind of enjoy the show.
Okay. That's the case. With a 3, 2, 1, you spark up your sword, throw it out, make a make a performance check to see how well you're doing your glow sticks. Good as hell. They're going to make a group insight check. We'll just use this guy's insight. Second. Insight is +3. Woof. Oh, but that is a 15. That's an 18, but it doesn't beat a 21. But I will say, since it's high enough, you draw over where I said there you thought you could get 5. You think that this will hit all but 4 of the creatures on this bridge. So do your gravity sinkhole. You got to be getting low on spells, right?
This is the last of this level of spell.
Okay. DC 18, 24 points of damage. Okay. So let's see what would be on here. There's going to be this guy, 2 of these guys. 3 of these guys. So that's I'm up to 5, 6. I'll say the rest are 6, 4 of these guys, and 5 of these guys. Okay. So I don't need to roll for a few of them. So, okay. Okay. We'll just roll these all on the board. So we roll for Labrazu, and this is a dex save or constitution
This
save.
is a Constitution save.
Okay. He saves. The big guy saves but takes damage. You then, from now, you can see about the next guy is going to be 3 of these dudes. They are all immediately dead, flung off into the abyss.
Nice.
Okay, so that was 3, 4. It's 2 of these dudes. Fly off into the abyss. Next is one of these dudes. You get a +6, dude. And last but not least, how many have I rolled now?
I'm not sure.
One. Oh, these were all to GM. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't see them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 of these guys. Oh, that nope. No, beats it. This dude somehow survived, but he took too much. How much damage did it do?